Good job, everyone. So I want to take a couple minutes before we say goodbye in case anybody has any questions or comments or want to leave me with a last minute, tell me how you felt so that it shows up in a video, right? Like, what did you find out that you needed that you didn't know you needed today? Might be a good thing to tell me. Soon you won't have to go off screen and we can all just cry together because it is exactly what happens. I promise. And it's normal. And your feet hold so much of your story. And through movement, we start to release that. And that release can show up in any form. Okay. So I have goosebumps. I'm so glad. And just so everyone knows, the 3 videos that's coming every week is going to be focusing on posture training, mobility flow, foot therapy, and lymphatic health. You're not getting all the other stuff we do in the lives. Those are the 4 things that we'll be focusing on in every video. Okay. Anybody else want to?
Yes.
How like I always thought something was I sleep like this, so my shoulders always messed up, but I thought maybe I had a torn something. But just doing that class with you and Rachel that week and then this one really helped.
Yes. You know why? Because I'm getting you connected to what's called your V muscles. Your V muscles are the group of muscles between each shoulder blade in your mid to upper back. And Nenda, what you're telling me, what you need is that V engagement. And when your V engagement, your shoulder places where it needs to place. And that's hopefully what's going to help, I think. Rachel, do you think so too? You think I'm saying it right?
Yes, that's everything, right?
Yep, I think so.
Alignment, stability, strength.
Yes.
Yay, Agify.
Yay. Anna, what did you want to say, honey?
I wanted to ask, when you do, let's say with your arms and that, my legs lock up. Are you supposed to bend them when you do that?
So you're talking about your knees, right? You're saying your knees move back?
They're and I keep them straight. Should I bend them a little bit when I do any of the workouts?
Okay, good question. There's not one answer. I'm going to choose try a couple things. I don't love bending, right? But I also don't love hyperextension. What you need is that space between. So I'm going to use my elbow. My elbow is a good example of the knee. It's the same kind of joint, but it's easier to see. Okay, so there's my biceps and my triceps. The muscles around the knee are your your hamstrings and your quadriceps. Okay, so the front of your thigh is your quadriceps, the back of your thigh is your hamstrings. So for the elbow, I want the biceps and the triceps to engage so that my elbow doesn't bend and that my elbow doesn't hyperextend. Do you see that hyperextension? Okay.
I can't. My computer. There we go. Okay.
Okay, maybe I'll back up. Yeah. So see my. Okay. So watch here. This is a bend in the knee, right? That's what you're saying that you would want to do, maybe. But I don't want you to do that. But what you're saying that's happening is that you're hyperextending the knee. You have to find that Wu Wei, that space between. And the way you do that is through your big toe. You're going to go right underneath the nail bed of the big toe, and you're going to push so hard into the ground. That's going to activate muscles, help to activate the muscles that support the knee, right? And make them work together so that we don't have a bend and we don't have a hyperextension. One more point though, you also have to, with your mind, actively get the muscles to work. You want to get the muscles to work for you, Anna. You got to get these muscles engaged. So when I say tighten the muscles around the inner knees, just keep trying, right? Use your big toes and keep trying. So let's see if that helps, okay?
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Does anybody else have anything to say, or do you guys want to just kind of digest all this information and wait for the videos? Oh, yeah, please. Please, Nancy.
I was just going to say that this is Tracy.
Oh, Tracy. Sorry, Tracy.
No. I have a connective tissue disorder, and I'm really hypermobile. But that's actually my problem, is that I don't have the muscle strength to hold everything in. So like my feet are so painful right now, and because they're really mobile, and I need some strength in them. And I think this is really going to help.
That Pada Bandha to releve that we did, that's that strength building, that foot control that you need to add to your hypermobility, right? That tiniest of strength training. Weights have nothing if we can't do, like weight strength training, if people don't have that foot stability, right? So I'm so glad that you recognize that and you see that. And then what I would like you to do for part of your homework is anytime do you work at an office?
Yes.
Okay, kick off your shoes, wiggle your toes under your desk. Do under your desk, watch. Releve, pada banda. Releve, pada banda. Releve, pada banda. Work your feet the way we worked it standing in class as much as you can behind your desk this week. Get so much action in your feet, and that's for everyone. And even Stephanie, I know you don't work at the office anymore, but I bet you anytime you're sitting, play with your feet, right? Play with your feet.
Yeah, that's good advice. Thank you.
Yeah, and when you're sitting, so the stand is it's like a harder workout. Sitting is doable, and it will teach the brain and the body how to do that. And then when we stand and do it again, the standing, you won't wobble as much. You might not feel as much fatigue, that kind of stuff. So do the work behind the desk and during the day, and I hope that makes a big difference. Victoria, how you doing? You're on mute, honey.
I had the same question as the other lady about my knees, because my knees are one of my major problems. And I didn't bend them. And by the end of that first series we did, my knees and my feet, I were really feeling them. And I thought, somewhere I've got to find some kind of balance where I feel like I need to bend them a little, or maybe I just keep working at it. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. What was the pain like? Like a pain? Is that what you're saying? Or fatigue pain?
I would say it's more pain.
In the back of the knee, the inner knee,
So my right knee has been replaced a year ago, and it's going to have to be redone because my lateral collateral ligament got stretched and my posterior cruciate got torn. So it's going to have to be redone. So if I don't get, if I keep it out straight forever, it really just starts to pain. And it was in that foot that I really felt the most too. So I don't know if I should just stick with it or bend it a little. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know either, but we're going to figure it out together. Okay. The other thing is, I'm not scared of pain. You have an injury. You have a surgery that needs to be redone. You're not, it's just like my hips. I mean, the movement didn't take my pain away per se, but it kept me moving young despite the pain. It kept me doing the activities I wanted to do and living the life I wanted to do, even though I was in the pain. Okay. So your pain probably won't ever go away until the surgery gets fixed. But what we want to do is, make sure we don't cause other problems. That's the only reason why I hesitate about bending the knee. Like, like if you would, we'll have to figure this out, but not all pain is bad is all I'm saying. So if your foot felt it today, it might just be that we're waking something up too. Like we got to make sure that we're defining pain in different ways if we can. Sometimes when we work an area that is not being used to being worked on, it could present as pain. Let's watch it and let's try things every time we come together, Victoria, and see what happens. And we will find our way, but it's going to take a little bit. Okay. The one thing is never allow sharp and shooting pain to happen to you. Whatever you need to do, you go ahead and adjust around sharp and shooting pain. But if it's pain like, this is a lot of work, I kind of want you to settle into that. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was sharp and shooting. And pain, I mean, I have a lot of arthritis everywhere, so I'm used to it and it doesn't bother me. And I do what you do. I do whatever I want in spite of.
Yep.
So I'm not afraid of it. I'm just trying to figure out if I should try to modify it or not.
And I don't know. Let's figure it out. Let's figure that out together. Okay. I don't know if I knew exactly about your knee either until just now. So let me process that information. Let's see what we can do together over this course for sure.
Sure.
Okay. But sharp and shooting is a no-no. Sharp and shooting in nerve pain. If anything, you guys have that's pain we stay away from. Aching pain, fatigue pain, tightness, a pull. That's not pain I'm scared of. I actually want us to dive into that. We want to dive into that kind of pain. Okay. So I think this is enough for this weekend. Big love. Thank you so much for contributing to the conversation. I can't wait to make your first week videos. You have your first set of homework.